I'm like, it's been a really long time since I've had interesting underpants. I'm gonna put them on my unders.
I love it.
Yes, and it's a revival of a previous project. I had Hello Kitty on my bottom, and she said, "Hello, Sailor."
When the
Or was it
Thunder
Sailor
was still
Moon?
playing, my sister and I made Thunder underwear.
Oh.
So we had like the Thunder logos on our ass and down and
I would like. We couldn't get a flight into Vegas because of weather, and so I was flying Phoenix to Flagstaff. 19-passenger plane. Me, 18 members. And the flight attendant. And I looked at each other.
Taught myself to knit in my teens. Nobody in my family knit at that time, and I saw a sweater I wanted to make, and so I went to a yarn store and showed them the sweater, and they didn't laugh, which they should have. I've had a number of careers. I tend to reinvent myself every 10 years or so. One of the things that I've always missed was there wasn't a yarn store I wanted to go to, where you could go in and see lots and lots of color, lots of big depth inventory, so as a knitter you could come in and go, I could make hundreds of sweaters here. And with people who were able to tell you or help you with your knitting in case you wanted, if you ran into a problem or anything else like that. So I opened the yarn store in 2004. I've always been a bit of an idealist. This is also a social experiment. The only person in this building was Gene next door, and he was thinking of shutting his shop because there was no business. The main corner store had not been occupied for probably 5-7 years. It was kind of a rough neighborhood at that point. It wasn't rough, but it just wasn't very friendly. And the idea is if you put something and show you have faith in an area, various things follow. And that has worked. And then I worked on exterior. And by the exterior, what I mean is the trees. The city council, at that point, a little tiny bit of grant money, Public Works kicked in some, and the forester kicked in some, and he put 13 trees on this corner, only after I promised I would take care of them.
We have 2 different nights where we have like groups that visit, and one of them is Tuesday nights, and it's a big group of people that are probably in their 30s primarily, and they just knit, they just hang out. They're not knitting for a cause or anything, they're just knitting to get away from their houses. And then there's the Sunday knitters who come in, and they're an older group. They usually pick the people that they're going to donate to, like maybe a hospital or, soldiers in Iraq or whatever.
It's definitely a good community tool almost, and I think it works pretty well hand in hand with the coffee shop because it's just a good meeting place. There's a lot of people who don't even knit that come and sit and hang out and talk, and a lot of them will start knitting just because they see everybody else doing it and kind of want to participate. But I think too there's a lot of people who aren't having the best of times who will stop in. They know it's just kind of a safe place to kind of hang out at the front table. I think the table is very welcoming up front, where it's, no matter what, you can come and sit and hang out.
It's been a success in that. It's kept how many people employed for how many years? 13 employees. So that's a lot of money into the local economy. I don't get paid very much at all. I mean, it's tough times. It has been a success. We're here. We've been here 7 years. We'll be here for however long. But I think the neighborhood actually started to really embrace us, seeing this middle-aged woman going out there with these water things and talking to the trees. and running out and talking to elementary school kids coming up that, no, don't hit them, don't swing on them, they're too young, they're babies, you can't. That will be the one legacy of this store, because stores come and go, is these beautiful trees.